Welcome, my Wise Astrology Tribe, Cosmic Insight Astrology. I am your co-pilot, Christina. Today, we're going to talk about actually the Gemini New Moon. That's going to actually take place at 9 degrees in Gemini on May 30th. And the new moon is when the moon and the sun dance together in heaven. They are merged, they unite. And it's creating a new energy. It's creating a new beginning. So when I'm doing an astrology chart, I erect the chart in Eastern Daylight Time Saving, so EDT time, and I'm going to create that for Miami because I'm located close by. So don't mind the house system over here. I only going to transfer for you the energies between the planets and in the signs. And, you know, I'm doing tropical horse sign astrology because that's the way everything is moving around. I don't see your personal chart. So, you know, that is not a personal reading for you. It is a reading for your rising sign, first of all. And actually, or the rising sign of the, because we are going by horse sign, a rising sign for your city where you are located. And you know, like for you, usually the whole tropical sign going by that. All right, so let's see the new moon. The new moon is happening 9 degrees, 3 minutes in Gemini. And it is 7:30 in the morning in Miami. And the Gemini new moon going to conjunct with a fixed star we call Aldebaran. And that is victory. It's a fixed royal star, and it's also actually rules Archangel Michael. And Archangel Michael is the warrior and the glory of the wars. It's actually healing energy, and it's healing the wounded from the war, and it's gonna give you victory out from war, and it's helping the Jewish people and helping for military and helping for the soldiers, right? So this new moon, it's a new beginning over there. And actually it's going to, if you see the aspects over here, what I shared, this new moon conjunct Aldebaran, but it's also going to sextile with Mars and Jupiter. And you know, Mars and Jupiter sextile in Aries could not conjunct actually in Aries and sextile with the new moon. It could work out differently because of the conjunction could be positive or negative. So Jupiter is the planet of blessing. Whatever it touches, it's expanding. But if you check Mars, the Mars is the planet of warrior. It is the planet of knife, high blood pressure, gunshots. It's, you know, like it could be a very evil energy. And if you see that, like, all right, Jupiter is touching it, it's expanding it, and it is in areas which is impulsive and aggressive, then it could actually signify an energy where it's going to be terror attacks, it could be massive shooting, right? And we just had some in Buffalo, New York, which was a racist movement. It was very, very heartbreaking. And it also happened in the Rab Elementary School, which is also heartbreaking. So devastating, actually, very sad. You know, also Jupiter and Mars conjunction could expand like some forest fires, or it could expand some kind of situation like accidents, for example, because of speedings. It's an impulsive energy. And if you see that, because we were talking about Aldebaran, which is the winning, and Jupiter is also could represent Jewish people, or it could be like coming some kind of new beginning for the religion of Judaism, or coming something in which could actually put a cease on the war between Russia and Ukraine. Or could help to the leader of the Ukrainian nation, actually, somehow. it could give a new beginning and have to some kind of victory. Like it's not going to be a major victory or win the war or finish the war altogether, but some kind of small victory could come to the way with this new moon. And the other thing that could happen. So this kind of new moon, it's also, let's see, it's not, so no. Okay, so the new moon is ruled by Mercury because of Gemini ruled by Mercury. And Mercury over here in Taurus, in the late degrees of Taurus, but it's in retrograde. And we have to check what is affecting this new moon, because Mercury over here, the planet of Gemini, is retrograding back in Taurus. And what kind of aspect does it make with other planets? Actually, let's see, it's the sextiling with Neptune. Sextile is a very good planetary aspect. It's not without challenging. You have to initiate the change, but it's working out for your benefits. All right, so what is sextile? Mercury retrograde. So when Mercury retrograding in Taurus, it could represent something around the earth, earthly project, around the nature. So more coming back something, because it's retrograding, so reinitiate something, rewrite something about nature, about global weather change, or yes, or climate change. So it could be like re-enter something with a group where you protect the nature, or you are advocate for the climate changes. What else could be that? So Neptune is something with ocean, and Mercury in Taurus, it could be being advocate for the ocean, or for the marine animals or marine biology, but marine animals and the ocean, the cleaning up the ocean kind of situation could come to force. This kind of Mercury retrograde going to actually conjunct with North Node. North Node is our purpose, it's our future, it is the avenue that we have to approach, and Mercury going back retrograde and getting closer to North Node, it is all the emphasis going to be on, for example, like cleaning up and sextiling with Neptune, cleaning up the ocean, or rewriting something about the climate change. And it's also, you see, Sedna is here with Mercury. Sedna is also marine animals. It's also representing the ocean. So definitely some kind of new change or new roles coming back, or revisiting with that kind of cleaning up the ocean, which I'm very happy about. Then this Mercury retrograde going to square with Saturn, and Saturn is gonna go to retrograde in June 4th. So I'm not gonna talk a lot about that, because I'm gonna make a different video about that, but it's gonna go to retrograde in Aquarius, and it's still going to square with Mercury. So let's say Mercury right now is in retrograde. Squaring with Saturn, it could be some kind of limitation with our news. So it could be like something is not out there what we are seeking for, we want to watch, but we don't find the information about that. Or it could be like lies or misleading or restriction. So for example, Saturn is restriction and delays and decay and like coldness and completion and ending. So what's happening over here? So Mercury retrograde, it could be like censorship. So they're not going to let us to talk about the climate change, or they're not going to let us to talk about the shooting, or like anything, but they're not going to let us talk about. So they're going to, Mercury is also your social account. So it could be Instagram, it could be anything which is like internet based, which is digital based, which is artificial intelligence as well, and communication through that. So it could be like a lot of YouTube channel going to be declined and deleted, or cyber attack, the situation like that. Or it could be also, that's the major issue here. So censorship. And the other thing, Mercury retrograde going to trine with Pluto retrograde, and trine is the best aspect over here. Trine is something which is a perfect symbiosis. That's the best planetary aspects, and Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. So something Capricorn is government, structure. Pluto is power, and it is like transformation, rebirth, and taboos, right? Sex, death, tax, abortion, everything. So it could be like we're going to talk about again about abortion and abortion laws, and because of both of them is in retrograde, we're gonna revisit that over and over again. And because of the aspect is really good, the aspect actually is a trine. It's a perfect symbiosis. We might going to be capable to change the rules later on. Like this aspect is holding for a while, so we might going to be revisiting and change the laws about and around abortion. Yes, and let's see what else I can say. And Mercury also rules Virgo, and actually we have a double energy of Mercury in this Gemini energy in this new moon, because of Mercury is in the Gemini new moon is in the first decan in 9 degrees, so it's getting a double Gemini flavor. So everything is about censorship and communication, and the way we are experience news, the way we are experience writing, like for example, Saturn, when it's going to make a square, you have to make sure your emails are correct, because many times we are using a shortened version of communication. We are lazy to talk, to write. And it could mean like, all right, like I have to recheck my emails because they can misunderstand. I put too much emojis over there, or I use shorter version and they don't understand what does it mean, like LOL. I'm just saying a simple one, but they don't understand and they misunderstand me. And it is in the fourth dwats actually, which is a Virgonian, and it's also ruled Mercury. So that's really detail oriented. So you have to make sure your communication is detailed and understandable. That's what it means. The news that you are providing for others, the news that you are getting, that is right and detailed over here. Okay, so what else can we see here? So, Mercury going to go direct in June 3rd, but the post-shadow period gonna be with us till June 18th. But after that, we're going to have like 2.5 months when the inner planet not going to retrograding anywhere. And that is the right time to sending out your projects, to creating something new, so signing contracts, to initiate change in our life. And with Mars in Aries and Jupiter in Aries, that is a possibility to initiate a lot of change here. And by June 22nd actually, but like it's gonna be a lot later, we already gonna be through like the full moon in Sagittarius, a lot of planets going to be in rulership. It's also significant because in this new moon, actually, look at that. We do have Neptune in Pisces, we have Mars in Aries, and we have Venus already in Taurus. So 3 of the planets is in rulership. It's significant. They love to be here. They are emphasized here. They create change, and because of they are powerful, they are home, so they feel comfortable and know their routine and everything. So those planets are really in good positions here. Okay, so that's the change with that. And let me see what else is going to go with this new moon. So Aldebaran on the new moon, anything else? Yes, so Sedna is really close to this Mercury, but it's 3 degrees away. Let me see, where is Sedna? So Sedna is 29 and Mercury is 28 or what? 26. So, 3 degrees away. So it's representing, it's better when an asteroid, it's only 2 degrees away. That's the real conjunction, but it's still something with marine animals and saving the ocean for us. So that's significant. And you see, here is a beautiful mystic eye. And I'm just talking about this mystic eye because Mercury, so Mercury makes a sextile with Neptune and a trine with Pluto, and then Neptune and Pluto between them also is a sextile. And that is a positive aspect also, that formation in astrology. And you see, it is a transformation in our spirituality, in our belief system, and we're gonna talk about that a lot. And it's a major transformation with the way we are using the water energy. For example, the way we are cleaning and actually not a lot of people have water and clean water accessible. So it might even come up, Mercury retrograde to make a sextile to make possible clean water for all of us on the earth, because a lot is suffering without. All right. So, and Pluto is there. So it is like cleaning up the water system, getting rid of toxins that we are letting go in the ocean. So it's another subject that is going to come up over here. And the censorship going to be really major. But new moon, double Gemini with Aldebaran, which is Archangel Michael, is going to save the soldiers, the troopers, and it's going to create victory in the war. But because of, that's why I said some kind of small victory maybe with Ukraine, because of their leader is, I think he's Jewish, he said, and because Archangel Michael and Jupiter also rules Jewish people in astrology. So that's why I emphasize that in this reading. So, all right, my darlings. So I hope you liked my video, and if you did so, I'm really grateful for your attention and following me, and please subscribe and push the like button. And if you would like to have a reading with me, then check out my website, which is www.urbanwitch.org. Thank you so much for your attention, and see you again until we meet again. Bye.